It is Mr. Bill Buchanan, bling, bling. Vince McMahon likes to shite on people out of his brown ring. It is B2 giving his thoughts on how McMahon became part of the Me Too movement. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. We can also rap. John Cena, eat your heart out. What's your thoughts on that wee intro there?
Ding, ding, hit it with a ting, ting. Let's go before I start singing, sing.
Alright, you just completely ruined my intro, but
that
guys.
was minging.
That's actually bad. That was worse than Bill Buchanan's career. Anyway, guys, Bill Buchanan is back. I mean, you say he's back. Did anybody even realise he was gone?
Did anyone even realise he was there himself? Did he even exist, buddy?
Well, apparently it got released in 2023 and 21 years later. 2003 and 20. How long was this guy stealing a paycheck for? But yeah, he got released in 2003 and 21 years later this guy has resurfaced, and he's resurfaced for one reason only, and that is to give his thoughts on the current Vince McMahon allegations. Yeah, so that's what Bill Buchanan had to say. Just going to get through it quickly here because at the end of the day it is Bill Buchanan, and we'll probably give him a bigger, we'll give him a bigger build up than he really deserves. So yeah, Bill Buchanan was part of the Wrestling Epic Center. So apparently it's like some, I don't know, podcaster that does wrestling podcasts. He had Bill Buchanan on the show, and he was asking him a couple of things about McMahon. First of all, he asked him about his opinion on the McMahon allegations, and then he asked him his first impressions of Vince McMahon when he met him. So that's what Bill Buchanan had to say based on what he thought of WWE's handling of Vince McMahon's current allegations. Buchanan says, quote, "I think they're handling it as well as they possibly could. One of the problems with society today is that people don't treat people the way they want to be treated. I know all the allegations against him, but Vince McMahon has never been anything but nice to me. When I was there, we would always have a WrestleMania after party, and my family, well, all the families, but in particular my family would be there. It always impressed me how Vince would treat my kids, and how Stephanie would take my kids over to the gimmick boxes, and they would come back wearing Road Warrior shoulder pads and foam fingers and all of that stuff. He was always nice to me. He always paid me more than I thought I was worth. I hate it that it has to come to this. Did I ever see him doing anything like what he's accused of? No. But I also didn't expect to turn the corner at the Staples Centres and see Vince doing that. Laughs, but I always thought good of him, and I even got along with him. I never thought I would see a world where the WWE didn't have Vince McMahon in it." End of quote. So, I mean, Bill Buchanan here claims that McMahon was always good to him, McMahon was always nice to him. He says that McMahon paid him more than what he was worth, and I mean, I think Bill Buchanan did pretty well to even get a wage, because he wasn't the greatest. But I mean, he was alright, he's a pretty athletic big guy. I remember he used to do that clothesline off the top rope. It was a decent wee manoeuvre where
he was alright.
He just climbed up the top rope, did a 180 and took the guy's head off. He was in Right to Censor, which I enjoyed. Really great faction as well. So, I mean, Bill Buchanan, I thought the B2 gimmick with John Cena kind of worked as well.
You know what, right? He was a good guy, but I'm not going to pretend he's great.
Yeah, he's not a legend by any means, but he says Vince was always good to him. He didn't really see this coming. Of course, there's no actual proof, but Bill Buchanan, like a lot of people, just seem to be accepting that this is all true and that it's done and dusted and that the nail is already in the coffin. I mean, he's not completely burying McMahon. He's not going all at McMahon, but he doesn't really... Although maybe he's just been careful with what he says. Who knows? And then when he was asked on his first impressions of Vince McMahon, he says, quote, "When I first met him, I was scared to death of him. It was actually a funny story. Back then, it was all more of a one-on-one thing. So when they flew me up to Stanford to meet with JJ Dillon, it was only a few weeks before he left and went to WCW. JJ took me around, showed me all around Titan Tower, showed me the gym and all that, and I met this guy, this big jacked up guy who was 6'4", 6'5". It was Dwayne Johnson, The Rock. We went to there for the first time on the same day, and I was sitting there and I was wearing this suit, and it was a suit I had for a few years, and I had ballooned up a lot, so this thing was tight everywhere. It wasn't supposed to be. I probably looked like a big dork. And The Rock, he's in stone-washed jeans, cowboy boots, and was looking like a stud. And I saw Vince, and Vince was huge. I didn't expect him to be as big as he was. He walked in and he says, 'What do you want to accomplish in this company, pal?' And I says, 'Mr. McMahon, I will do whatever you want me to do.' He laughed and said, 'I appreciate that, kid, but we have to find out what you want to do.' and I never had a bad interaction with him. End of quote. So Bill Buchanan here, being very fair, coming out saying that McMahon was always nice to him, McMahon was always good to him, and this guy was a complete fucking jobber, and I'm sure that it didn't help the fact that he met McMahon at the same time as The Rock, so that probably
didn't.
You know, that probably didn't go down too well. I mean, surely if he wanted to turn up and meet McMahon for the first day, he should have turned up with like Hornswoggle or something.
Aye.
Not fucking Dwayne Johnson.
God damn it, what do you want me to do, Vince? I want you to crawl on all fours and take a shit on my head.
So yeah, Bill Buchanan here.
In the dog poop.
Yeah, I mean, Bill Buchanan. Did he ever land in dog poo?
No.
I mean, there's been a lot of it around WWE, so there's a good chance he might have right to censor. Could they have censored dog poo back in the day? Maybe. I don't know. I can't recall it. Anyway, Bill Buchanan says that McMahon was a good guy, always treated him well, and you know that, like I said, this guy was a jobber. So I mean, McMahon does have this reputation of only being good to guys that make him money, but Bill Buchanan didn't make any money.
Bill Buchanan's got no reason to put Vince over.
Yeah, and Vince has got no reason to be nice to Bill Buchanan yet. Vince, according to Bill Buchanan, was nice to him, and Bill Buchanan's putting him over. So there you go, guys. Bill Buchanan, what a guy. And maybe, what do you think he's got one more WrestleMania match in him?
He didn't have one in him to begin with, so probably not.
Anyway, guys, that's it. Catch you in the next one. Until then, peace.